I had a camper who came a couple of weeks ago. He came with his brother, but his brother was in a different cabin. And he was super stoked about everything that we had at camp. He was excited about every single activity. And we were having a worship one night. And as kids sometimes do, he got distracted by something, and all of the cabin started asking random questions that wasn't really tied into worship. And then they started asking questions about hell, which, is always the delightful thing to talk about right before you go to bed. So I was trying to wind down their questions, and I was like, okay, we're gonna stop right here so that we can get to bed. We'll talk about this more tomorrow. And this kid raises his hand. I was like, is it related? And he's like, yeah, just one more question. I was like, okay, fine, last question, and then we're going to bed. And he said, well, I don't want to be mean to God or to my family, but, well, my brother doesn't believe in God, and I don't want to see him go to hell. And I was like, okay, well, I can't send them to bed on that. So I tried to come up with something to talk about that would tie in, that would relate to both what we talked about in worship and what we believe about hell and a loving God, and sent him to bed. And I went to his bed and I prayed with him about that and other things here at camp. Anyway, turns out a couple days later they have a Friday night program where they have decision cards that the campers get, and they can choose to accept Jesus for the first time or get baptized, or maybe they just want some prayer. And it turns out that his brother, who was also here at camp, accepted Jesus for the very first time during his week here at camp. And it was amazing to see God answer a prayer that I'm sure his brother had for a time longer than here at camp, but a specific prayer that the two of us had prayed. And it's great to see that family can now be closer through God. And I was amazed to be able to witness that happen.
You are love, Lord. You are love, Lord, perfectly defined. Through the suffering or joy, we will confide in your perfect love, in your